Hey guys, welcome to Bingu Choom and K-pop tunes, and this is episode 3. I'm Reina, also known as Choom.
And I'm Bingu, also known as Lacey.
Yay!
Woohoo! We're on a third episode, y'all.
It is unbelievable. We've made it this far.
It's a blessing. I love it.
It is. We're gonna have fun this episode.
It's gonna be
Are you ready?
super fun. I'm so excited. That's why I kept telling you to press record.
We're gonna let our fangirls out.
Oh, it's gonna be. I'm just gonna say sorry for everybody that has not watched any of these videos yet. Hopefully you have. But before we get started, this is just a reminder to everyone listening that we don't claim to be experts or professionals on topics discussed. If there is information through our research that is presented incorrectly or out of date, please let us know. We're two fans sharing our personal opinions while trying to be informative. And we're also here to have fun. So let's just get into the show.
Yeah, so this episode we have titled it Music Videos That Come for Your Neck. And as we said, hopefully people have at least watched some of these videos. I feel like we tried to keep it as neutral as possible. There's some oldies thrown in here, or oldies from like our generation. But there's also some new stuff.
And I don't know how we should go. Should we follow our list or should we bounce around?
I don't know. Why don't we just follow the list? It's easier to keep in order because then we can kind of see, like, oh, Bingu chose these songs.
But they're all over the place.
Well, okay, yours are kind of all over the place, but then there's like a big section of like these are Choom songs.
There is like a big chunk, but okay, we can just go in order.
I think that's easy.
I think we should also say like who picked it, and I guess go
definitely
and go from there. So I don't know if you guys are gonna hate me. I don't really care because this video literally changed the K-pop like music video perspective, or like
it changed the whole entire like that year.
Oh my god,
that year.
When we go into your videos,
so this one
when we go into your videos, I had to look at the year at some of them. So, so the first video that comes for your
we both chose.
Yeah, we both agree on.
It was a unanimous agreement that this one had to be on the list. Like we didn't even have the list made, and we were like,
yes,
this video.
This is the first one that came out of our mouths, and that's B.A.P. One Shot.
Yes.
Now,
One Shot.
It was.
I can't sing.
I don't have the talent.
I was gonna do the one shot, did a one shot, and then I was like,
only
nope.
one shot. That video changed my life. I think it changed everybody's life.
That video changed everybody's life. Like that was so unexpected. It was entirely unexpected. The cinematography of it was like insane.
It was.
And it had a plot line which you can really appreciate in some K-pop songs because a lot of K-pop songs don't have plot lines like that.
They never did. It was always just random scenery and
like the dancing room.
Of course.
And like there were a few that had plot lines, but nothing major like this. Like this could have been
a movie.
A movie.
Like a short film. That's what it could have been.
Yeah.
But man, like I think the whole after One Shot happened, it was just like, oh, we doing mafia now? Like this is what we're doing. We're doing violence. We're doing plot twists. That's what we're doing. And if you haven't seen One Shot, like if you're just not into K-pop, I highly recommend that is something you need to watch. That should be the first video
I
you ever
can
watch.
honestly say for this music video specifically, this is one that I have shown to friends that are not into K-pop at all, and they were even impressed by it.
And it blew their
Um,
mind. At least everyone I showed.
yeah, and it blew their mind. Like the ones that I showed, they didn't really like they wouldn't have figured it to be like a K-pop music
Mhm.
video because it had a lot of like American aspects to it, just with the whole like scenes of the members, but then flipping to the actual plot line that was
Mhm.
going on. And they were impressed by it, and they even were like, what the heck did I just watch? Which I feel like that was everyone's reaction. This changed the K-pop game though, I feel like, and this changed BAP's. Everybody started paying attention to BAP is what I feel like I'm
I
trying to
think
say.
this is the song that actually put them on the map for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely the one that put them on the radar for
Because they
people.
had really good songs before. I was considering putting No Mercy on here, but
Oh no, Mercy was
yeah,
good too.
this
But
was
this
just
song
crazy.
plus the
Yeah,
video,
and the plot twist
the
was
song plus the video is what
it
yeah.
gets me
The
every
plot twist at
time.
the end. I want to talk about it, but at the same time, I'm like, what if there's fans that
Yeah.
don't know? And so I'm like scared. There is a major plot twist at the end of this video, though, that none of you, if you have not seen it, are going to see coming,
Or maybe
basically.
like
And
maybe
that's
you
one.
will see it coming because it's aged. You know how like sometimes plots play out too much, like the same type of. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I think
I
maybe because we
guess.
said there's a plot twist, they're probably try to suspect.
They're
Yeah,
expecting, yeah, they're gonna expect it now, but it was just one of those things where, like, at the time that it came out,
jaws were dropping everywhere.
Twitter blew up, Tumblr blew up. I remember, like, everyone was losing their minds
Yeah,
on
me too.
social
I remember
media.
people having to like take some breaks or something. People were mentally fucked.
That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it, yeah.
However, if we're talking about plot twists, we're gonna go into the next music video, and that is K.Will.
Yes.
Please don't.
That one was another one
Yeah.
that had a major
This
plot
one really made
twist.
me go, like, I've never had a gasp out of a music video before, or just like stunned. Like, One Shot was, yeah, obviously, but K.Will,
One Shot was more of a like, "Oh my god, I'm just losing my
yeah,
mind"
K.Will
sort
was
of
like, oh,
thing. This one this one was like that soft, like, gasp where you're
like soap opera.
like the horror gasp. Yeah, like, the soap opera camera pans towards you and there's just a soft gasp of,
What the
"What?"
heck just happened? I think out of I'm just biased, but I think those two are really the ones that people should watch. And
Yes. Well, for this one too, this was another unanimous one. We both were like, yeah, we need to put it on the list. I couldn't remember the name of it. I was just like, that
oh,
K.Will's
I
the
knew it.
song.
I would never
But,
forget the song.
but, but both of these were ones that we were both like, this needs to
Yeah.
go on the list. So this was a unanimous for both of
Yeah.
us. We both chose
And
this
it's a
one as well.
ballad song, so I know sometimes like some people aren't into ballads. Like I know I'm not into a lot of ballads.
I'm not super into ballads either, but
K-Will
this
K-Will
one,
has a very good
can't,
voice.
yeah, you can't not like
Yeah. And
K.Will,
I don't know
to
who
be honest.
produces his songs, but the way they create the ballad songs are they're just different to me. And I think maybe it is because of his voice, but I've never been his ballads never sound like everyone else's ballads, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, and his voice has their dramatics
Mhm.
too, like the emotion, and where like a lot of ballads just kind of sound
It just sounds sad.
sad or slow or
Yeah.
melancholy. That's how they sound. But like there's so much emotion in his voice, and it's like I don't like ballads, but I will listen to
Yeah,
K.Will.
I can agree with that for sure. I guess we'll just go to the next one. Everybody should know this group.
Do we want to talk about the plot twist though for
Do
that
you want
last one?
to?
I kind of do for that because I feel like it was very, for 2012 K-pop,
Okay.
that was very unexpected
Yeah.
and kind of,
Forbidden or
yeah,
taboo. Okay,
definitely.
so we'll talk about
Taboo,
we can definitely
definitely.
talk about the please don't plot twist. So do you want to talk about the whole overall music video? Do you remember what it was like?
So yeah, so for some of these, like I said, I told Bingu before we started this, I'm probably going to play some of these music videos in the back just so it made it easier for me to talk about. So this one I'm actually watching while we talk about it because one shot I
Mhm.
remember. Um, this one, the cinematography of it was really good in the fact that it showed these two best friends, so K.Will and Seunguk,
He's so
who's an
fine.
actor that's really
Mm.
famous. He's so good looking. And I think it's Gina, right? Is the girl that's in
I
the
think
music video?
so. Wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's.
gonna look it up too, so you can keep talking while I look it up.
Is it Gina? I don't know if the girl is Gina, but she looks really familiar. Um, the whole storyline is like this guy and his best friend are like clearly friends, and there's a girl in between them, and the best friend and the girl got engaged. And throughout like the whole music video,
It's that
Seunguk's
song from
character is
Sistar. I'm
upset.
sorry.
Oh, I knew. No, I was like, it's somebody.
It's
I know
Sistar.
her
I
face,
remember
but
that song.
it's like it's like age. So I'm like looking at her, and
Mhm.
I'm like, you're very familiar, but I haven't seen you in a while. So yeah, they play it out as like he's really upset because they're getting married, and throughout this whole entire music video, his interactions with her are kind of like grumpy and teasing. So you go through this whole music video thinking that Seonguk's character and Dawson's character,
Mhm.
like he liked her. You get to the end of the music video and he is
Well,
upset
like
because he was in love.
they're getting married, and you think, oh my god, like he just loves her so much. It's another K-pop video where
Well, it reminded me of, I thought it was
me
another
too.
Taeyong wedding dress video. Like throughout the music video, it's the entire relationship of them like being grumpy, but it's also
Mhm.
everything like leading up to the marriage and the wedding day. And you think it's like the best friend and the girl that he liked
Set the
getting married,
scene.
and
Set the
get to the
scene.
freaking
What
get to the freaking you get to the end though, and he's like crying in the car. Like throughout the whole music video, it flashes to him crying in the car driving next to her, which she's not even there. She's a figment of his imagination, you find out, because you get to the end and he pulls the wedding picture out of his pocket and he's like staring at them, and then he rips the picture down the line where she's at and he puts him and
Yes,
his
so it's a
best
whole
friend
picture
together.
of the girl, his best friend, and him. And you think he's tearing the picture apart and taking the guy friend out, but he actually took out the girl.
He actually took out the girl. He
Bro,
was in love
bro.
with his best friend. And so this music video was released in 2012. Um, Korea is becoming more open
I
to
I guess.
gay marriage, and
Yeah.
a little bit. Like it's becoming a lot more seen, at least in support wise. Like idols are starting to actively speak
Mhm.
their support, but it's still not a
Mhm.
widely accepted thing. And I don't want to talk too much on it, but I think like maybe over the summer at some point a law was passed in favor of something for
Mhm.
the community, but I don't know the specifics of it, and I don't want to go and search it because that would take too long. And I don't want to misspeak either on what's going on, but I think something passed in favor of the, what's the term? LGBTQT? Did I mess up the letters?
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. See, I always get the B and
It helps if you
T
say
and
it kind of
Q mixed
fast.
up. That is. But I know I'm going to mess it up, so that's why I don't say it fast. Anyway, I think something was passed in like favor for the community, and I don't know the specifics of it, but that this is a thing that's still kind of like considered taboo in Korea, as ridiculous as it may seem. So this video coming out
And that
in
time was
2012
very crazy
was,
that Korea would ever
it was
release
crazy.
something like that.
Release something like that, film something like that, insinuate something like that, and
I don't
even
think it was
allow it to
banned
be
either. Like, you know how
shown.
some of them are banned?
It
You know how
wasn't.
some music
I don't
videos are
think it
just
was
banned?
banned.
Like, oh, you showed too much.
Yeah, I don't
You
think it
showed
was
too much
banned.
leg, so we gotta block it.
The dance was too
Yeah, but
sexy. You were on the
that
floor.
was such a great plot twist. It
It was. It was one of those
because
really
with
satisfying plot twists.
K-pop videos, when it comes to, or just like with artists in general in South Korea, when it comes to the love songs, they can be very typical. So in that time, it was always like the artist was the third wheel, and he always had feelings for the girl that was already in a relationship with a guy. Like, that's how it always seemed to be. So watching the video, you had the same expectations. You're just kind of like, oh, he's just being bratty because he doesn't want to lose his best friend because they're not going to hang out anymore. But it was like that, just not like that. Had romantic feelings involved, and that was just crazy. I will never forget. Never. So, since we're just done, I think everybody should watch that too. Like, just watch them both, please. Thank you so much. Thank
Watch them both.
Yeah.
They were both gasp worthy, different variations of
And
gasping,
then
but
we're gonna go. Y'all know this group. I'm not gonna explain it to you. And the only people
if you don't know this
they should
song
know the
either,
song. The only people that should
they
not know this
should.
group or the song
If
are
they
the people
don't,
that just aren't into K-pop. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. You
or they
don't
were
have to
born this
attack
year.
Choom. You can attack me about that claim, but I mean it. So we're gonna
It's true though, because if you don't know this group, this is like
this is a
one of
group.
the this is
Yeah.
one of the groups that kind of like
Okay,
made
so that
K-pop.
group is
Let's be
SHINee
honest here.
and
Yeah.
specifically, this was actually really
I
hard
love
to
Shine.
me, but we're gonna talk about everybody because I feel like that music video just kind of I can't. The thing with SHINee is that everything they have ever put out has come for your neck. That's how I feel.
It really has. Every concept they've ever done has always
It blew
been
you out
just
the
so
water.
like unique and kind of
And it was
in
always
your
just
face.
different every time. But with everybody, I feel like with the music video, they really just bought out their power in their vocals and in their dance and in their visuals. And I feel
And the
like
dance, yeah.
that video is the epitome of
The
what
cool.
SHINee is.
Yes, I agree. It's definitely
Yeah. Like, I didn't even have to
SHINee
watch
in a
this over
nutshell.
again because for me,
I'm watching it right now just because it's so like it's such an aesthetically pleasing music video to me, and I'm watching it because I'm
I
like,
just
dang,
know
I love this
I just know you
video
get
and this
so excited
song.
watching that video and you're just kind of blown away by everything that's going on that I was going to watch it before we started recording, but I really just wanted to get into the ones that I needed a refresher on. But man, everybody yes.
Everybody has something else. Like it's one of your typical SM produced music videos where most of it's focused on the dancing, but SHINee has always been such a strong dance group that it's like you can't even complain that that's what this music video is. And the choreography is insane. The jumps that they do, that lift that they
Literally,
do with
they
each
just
other,
bought it
the
all.
camera that pans, like the camera that like panned down towards the floor and like went
Sensational.
under their legs. It it was insane. And then like I said, it's just aesthetically really pleasing. The outfits that they had were very like shiny. Shiny's
Yeah.
never been afraid to experiment with things, and that's one reason that I say they helped make K-pop. They've
Mm-mm.
never been afraid to like try something
I
new,
also
and
think this
that's
stood
such a
out a lot
Shiny
because the
thing.
concept was just so off the wall for them. Because most of the time it was
Yeah,
kind
it was
of, I
such
won't say
a
flower boy, but it was never hard or like rough boy concept.
yeah, and I think the year that this came out too was the year that
Yeah.
like EDM and K-pop was starting to become EDM and trap was starting to become like the thing. And so this sound from them was very just like
It was
kind of
totally
they threw
different.
it in your
I can say that.
face.
Mhm.
It was, but it was a good different. And like I said, they've always been like standard, but they've never been afraid to experiment, and that's the nice thing about Shiny is they've been around for so long that you could put any concept with them and everybody's gonna like it because it's
Watch
Shiny.
all their videos. I don't care. Every video is good.
Yeah, seriously, watch all of their videos, but everybody was really good, and it was just a very personally for me, I thought it was very like
Mhm.
pleasing to watch. Like it was cool, the aesthetics were cool, the colors, the outfits, the makeup, the dancing,
Yes.
it was just
And
cool.
next, we're going to talk about another group that everybody should know of. Like, you know this group. So I'm not going to,
I Well, yeah, this one
yeah,
this
this
one
one
was
is,
another
I did
unanimous
good
one.
at the start of this, girl. So next, we're going to get into Big Bang. And I guess we weren't sure which one to say.
What
It was between
other?
Fantastic Baby and Monster. And I
There were
was
a
leaning towards
lot.
Fantastic Baby just because it had more
There,
views. And it was definitely a video where we were just like, oh my God, all the members are back. Like, oh my God, did you see Top? Top was crazy. It was just, I remember being super excited watching that video.
so this is actually the music video that like we said we became friends in like 2010, but this was the music video that when they had this comeback, you and
I
I like
remember.
went insane. And I also remember this music video was one that
Hmm.
a girl in my yearbook class used to play. And so that's actually how I found out Big Bang was back. I was just like,
I remember
what the
waiting
heck?
because they
Um,
were on hiatus, I think.
yeah, they were on hiatus. I don't remember what for or why or like how long they'd been gone, but they were on
Man,
hiatus.
yeah, I
And
just,
then this came out. One thing though about this music video is this was the year with this song and this album that they released. This was like their push. They'd been active very loosely in the American market
hmm.
before this with some of their music, or at least trying to reach out. But this specific music video, like I said, there was a girl in my yearbook class that was playing it. It got to the point where like she played it so much because the song was so good and the music video was so cool that there were times where my yearbook teacher would be like, "Hey, you're not watching the video today?" Like everybody in the class didn't know what the heck K-pop was,
That's
but they
really
liked
cool.
this music video and this
That's really
song.
cool.
So I feel like for me, at least like from my high school experience when this came out, this was a music video that kind of like put Big Bang not on the radar, but on
I
the
feel the
radar in
same way.
America.
That's why I was leaning more towards Fantastic Baby because I feel like this video did a good job of showing what K-pop is. Because it had so many
It did.
quirky
Yeah.
transitions and scenes and
But it still
Mhm.
managed to be mature because they're older. I don't even remember how old they were at this
Don't
time.
think
What
too
I
hard.
was 20. I was gonna say I think I was like 16, 21 or 22. I think because I think Top's like
Hmm.
5 or 6 years older
I
than
just
me in
remember
G
it
Dragon.
being,
I
it
think
was
it was a,
so different. Like every scene was just so extra. And it did a very good job at separating each member.
each member, each kind of style that you see in K-pop and what you kind of expect. It had like I feel like this was the year too
Mhm.
that the colors really blew up. Like K-pop's always been really colorful, but I feel like this is the year that you really started to see like the bright colors, the really insane hair
Ugh,
colors
a
too.
time.
And like the
Yeah.
quirky
Oh,
dancing,
man.
the
Oh, yeah.
catchy chorus, like this had the formula for
Yes.
a K-pop music
Yes.
video and
'Cause
for a
everybody did the
song.
dance. If you could do the dance, that was it. Everybody could do it.
Dude, I could do the dance. I can still do the dance. Whenever this song comes on my shuffle, I'm like, yeah.
Oh my god. Ugh, a time.
This was another, yeah, seriously, it brings it back too, because this came out in high school for me, for you too. But this is another one that I feel like was very aesthetically like
Yeah.
this was K-pop. This is what K-pop was. This is what K-pop was expected to be. It had all of like the quirkiness and the catchiness, and this was a music video that like maybe it didn't blow up like Gangnam Style and like some other music videos have in America, but it was definitely I'd seen it being played in America or like talked about in America, and this was the year that they did their world
The
tour,
year I should have
2012.
went.
I think yeah, the
Oh.
year I was supposed to go, but
Well,
it didn't
you still went
happen. But this was like yeah, but this was the year that they definitely
Mhm.
Big Bang specifically broke through into the American market because they went on a world tour and their world tour sold out, and they didn't even have any like marketing in America. That's just how big the name Big Bang is. Play on
I should have
pun
just
not
went.
intended.
I should have just sucked it up. I should have just went to the Big Bang one, and I should have just went to a shiny one.
I was gonna go
I
to Big
remember
Bang. My
trying to
mom was
go.
gonna go with me, remember? And
Yeah,
stuff
it's okay.
stuff happened and it didn't work out, so it's okay.
We might have to start talking faster about this stuff. I don't know, unless we have to do a part 1 and part 2, because I don't wanna I don't wanna give 0 like, less attention to a lot of groups, and we're just, like, not even halfway down the list. So, the next one is a group called Teen Top. I feel like a lot of people should know who Teen Top is too.
This is another one that people should know. I feel like they're not as
No.
popular
Yeah.
really, but they are an older group that they were like second or third generation,
Yeah,
I think,
so the
of
Teen Top
idols.
to You specifically, because I remember when this video came out, a lot of people, I think this was their debut. Was it their debut? Mm, no,
No,
but
it
like
was
it
definitely
felt
not their
like it.
debut.
I don't know. I feel like this song was the one that
It
like
was
had people pay attention to Teen Top.
probably, I don't really know. I had always paid attention to them.
Well,
This
I
was
need to know
not
what other songs they
their
did before
debut
this.
though. But this was the perfume. What is it called? Perfume. Chunji's
Well, okay,
vocals.
the thing with To You was the dance choreography. It was just crazy. I've never witnessed what they did with their feet. Their footwork was just it was weird.
Their
It was just
hips too.
like so much talent in a routine. I've never seen. I mean, like
Yeah.
is really up there when it comes to choreography, but I felt like Teen Top was definitely at that same level with this choreography.
Of
So
yeah. For a lot of their choreographies, honestly, when you think about it, but they also had that like in syncness. That's not a word at all on any level. Um, they not only was the choreography insane, but they were really good at staying in sync, and the footwork was like crazy. And this specific music video has the performance version of it, which kind of says a lot about like how focused they were on the
well, they
choreography.
deserve because I can't tell you what they did with their feet, but it
They
was
do. They're still
crazy. You
around
have to
too.
see it. It was like it was weird. It wasn't even weird. It was just like my mind is blown till this day. I don't know how you can have that footwork and not break an ankle. And they jumped and it was cool. And the sound was I felt like it was different from typical K-pop sounds. It had like a retro type of feel to it.
Teen Top has that retro too. The effects too for the music video were something that I liked because there were a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
with the jumps where like it would be one member and then all of a sudden they jump and then the camera would like do a thing and then all of the
That's
members were there with the
crazy.
jump and I was like, whoa! It was produced very well.
They did that. Like, I got my eyes on them. Maybe that's how I felt. Because that's just how I feel. So, next is a girl group. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, so I'm just going to say the girl group name. Girls' Day. This was a hard decision too. It was between Expectation and Something. Let's do Something. I feel like Something stood out more.
Yeah, it definitely did. It was a music video that was banned, I believe, too.
Well, maybe both of them were. Let's just be real.
I feel like both of them were because something was the one that they were on the floor.
It was, well, Something they were on the floor, but Expectation was when they had the suspenders and they were like, they took off the suspenders and they did this little hip roll.
Yeah, but something was the one where like I don't know, they were on the floor and they had like that part
Oh,
of the choreography where they like swayed their hips, but then they also like spread their legs before they got down. And a lot of music shows and like programs and everything thought it was too suggestive.
they probably thought that because of the split in their skirt, because Expectation literally, they were bouncing up and down too. However, we'll stick to Something because
Yeah,
that video was it was
I
sexy.
think so too.
And I feel like they were starting, it was them, and I think Sistar really started something. Get it? Started the sexy trend or concept, but Girls' Day,
I think they
you think Girls' Day
mastered
did?
it more, is what it really is.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
site Girls' Day and Sistar. And this video was one that
Yeah,
definitely like was in your face about it.
because with Girls' Day before Something or Expectation, they're very cutesy
They had a
girl
very cute concept.
group. Like that's what a lot of people like them for. Like innocent and cute and silly. And when Something came out, it was like, who are these girls? They're no longer girls. They are women and they know they look good. And it was just the choreography and even just the music video as a whole was very provocative in South Korea. I would say it's provocative in South Korea.
Yeah, it's something normal for America, but in South Korea, which is why it was banned, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure it was banned. I'm like 98% certain it was banned, especially because when we were talking about like the difference between something and Expectation, I was like, and so I went back and looked at it. They have a part in their choreography where they pull their skirt
Oh,
aside and they run their
I
hand
like
down
it.
their inner part of their crotch of their like leg. I mean, I like it too. I'm like, dang, this
I
was good,
forgot that
and I forgot how
part.
good this was. But it was definitely suggestive, definitely provocative. Um,
Yeah, that was it. That was a move. They're like, no.
and the whole music video, though, too, was just another like choreography music video, but it was meant to display this entire concept. And like what Bingu said, it was meant to display them kind of stepping out of that cutesy concept that they had been doing and kind of show that they are women and you can't just keep seeing them as like girls. Yeah.
They're Women's Day now. Oh, I love this video. Oh my God, so good.
It was another one that was like I liked it too visually because it had all of the right things for K-pop because it had like those bright colors,
Yeah.
but they were in a kind of like neon light,
Hmm.
so it played off of the whole like sexy aspect. Usually when you think of
The
like
red light
neon lights, you
district.
think of like clubs or like the red light district, that sort of thing. And so it had like the bright colors you'd expect from K-pop, but in such a much more like muted way, and it fit a really good formula for a sexy
And when I tell
concept.
you, when this happened, literally, I felt like all the companies, it was like whoever was in charge of the office, they had to like send out a mass email and they're just like, y'all, did you see something? We have to do something about the other girl groups. What are we doing tomorrow? Scratch the girl concept. We're going sexy. We have to do the sexiest concept. We have to be banned.
A lot of people, we have to be banned. That's our goal. A lot of people definitely picked up with the sexy concept, and but I do feel like in K-pop and early K-pop, like when this came out, it was either you did the super cutesy concept or you did the super sexy. There was no in between, and now
Mhm.
it's girl crush is the in between of those two. So you're seeing girl crush a lot more, but it was definitely one or the other. You were either
And
cute or you
majority
were
of the time,
sexy,
you were cute.
and there was nothing in between. Yeah, majority of the time you were cute because the sexy didn't go over very well, I guess, because there was always that risk of like getting banned or it being too
You don't want a
provocative.
group to flop because they're too sexy, which is a
Yeah.
lie. I've never known a girl group to be super sexy and to flop. I'm just putting that out there. So that's all I gotta.
But it's a good concept, and that's why I say like I think Girls' Day and Sistar just definitely they open the door with
Mhm.
their them taking over like the sexy concept.
So next, I don't think this is a sexy concept.
I would say it's probably the start of Girl Crush.
Okay, I can agree with that. Girls' Generation, I got a boy.
I was gonna say yeah. Bingu chose this one. Bingu actually chose all of the last like three except for the Big Bang one.
This
That was
last time you're gonna hear me talk a lot because Choom is about to go
um
in.
um Girls' Generation, I would say this is the early
I can agree with that.
forms of girl crush. It wasn't quite cute, wasn't quite sexy. It was some weird stage in between, but it was before people really knew what girl crush was, I think.
And when you told me this was a concept, I didn't know that was the
And
title.
before
You said girl crush, and I was like, what?
girl
Like,
crush
yeah, you get a girl crush on somebody.
because no, it's supposed to be like women empowerment is what girl crush is.
See, just say for me, just say women empowerment. That's how I feel. But I can be trendy. I can say girl crush. I'm fine.
But like it had the
Okay, I'm just telling you, like I'm
well,
old over
that's what it's
here.
called. Bingo. um, the outfits though were definitely they had the cute ones, but they had the
It
more
was
like
poppy, and then the dance moves were in your face and powerful.
they were really in your face, and it was something you hadn't really seen from Girls' Generation before, which was really insane. They still had that Girls' Generation cutesiness, like their outfits and
Mhm.
everything were meant to be like kind of hip, but they were colorful and cute still. So it still had like Girls' Generation's personality,
It
but
was
this concept
so
coming from them was
jarring
in your
to see
face.
Girls' Generation take this route and to come out this hard, especially with,
Do
like, the
this.
dancing, because 'cause they've never danced this hard.
Everyone was talking about it. Yeah, they'd never danced that hard. Just what they were doing. The choreography was so
Because
good.
before that, their choreography was pretty simple.
Simple and sleek.
Yeah, it wasn't like, honestly, it won't take you long to figure out the choreography with their dances earlier. It was just simple. Not in a bad way. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just telling you, like, that's just how it was for Girls' Generation. And when they did
A lot of their stuff though too was in
Mhm.
heels, so it had to be
I
simple.
don't know, Sistar kinda changed the
I
game
can't
with
dance in
that.
heels. Oh yeah, no, they definitely
Yeah.
did. But I mean, early years before people really figured out how to
But
dance
when
in
they did
heels,
I
I
Got a
guess.
Boy, it was just like, wow, these girls can like dance. And I'm sure people that are fans of Girls'
Yeah.
Generation already knew that, because I'm sure, like, in their concerts, they had segments to,
Showcase that.
for certain members.
Yeah.
Yeah, to showcase
Like
that.
Hyoyeon has always been good at dancing.
Yeah, but this was just like, "Oh,
Y'all
y'all are
can
killing
dance,
it."
yeah. You guys know what you're doing. This was also another one of the early music videos I think that introduced you started to see EDM more. Like this was
Mhm.
really one of the music videos that it sounded different for the early parts of the song, and then you had that dance break that was literally in your face. Like they threw that dance break just abruptly in. And this one specifically had like EDM thrown in.
That I think they were definitely one of the first to do
Yeah,
that.
they
Because
definitely were.
first hearing that, it was the drops were crazy. The transitions were they started the whole transition where the song would be upbeat and fast, and then it would cut to something slow. Honestly, when I first listened to it, I was like, I do not understand this and I don't like it.
Yeah,
And
I don't
then
think any I
after a
don't
while,
it got catchy.
oh my God,
It has
yeah.
that formula and it has like the formula visually for a K-pop video as well. Like all of the colors,
Hmm.
it just has that formula of what like this is what K-pop at
SM
the
knows what they're
time.
doing.
Yeah, SM definitely. I won't as much as some companies suck, SM does know what they're doing.
Majority. Don't even say some. It's a majority. It's okay. But I guess I'll let you take the wheel.
Okay, who did I
It's your time to shine.
who did I oh, this is easy. So, I was like, who did I start with? I don't even remember who I chose. Um, so this is one of my favorite groups. The next song is gonna be Monster X's All In. Um,
Y'all should all know who Monsta X is, young and old,
yeah,
okay?
no, if you don't know who Monster X is, because they've only 2015, I think, is when they debuted. So if you don't know,
And they're in
that's
and they're in the States now, so
yeah,
you
and
should
they're in
know.
the States now. They just released an American song. They've got like 4 American or English songs under their name. The Monster X has a concept of like following storylines throughout all of their music videos. Once it got to this era that All In was released in, it all of the music videos kind of had like an overarching plot or at least like an overarching like universe essentially.
Mhm.
And for this song, I love this song. It's one of Monsta X's like typical like hip hop kind of trap sounds, but still being
This
like
one,
pop.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, you know how I'm just now getting back into K-pop?
Yeah.
I I don't know how I could have ever missed this song, because it's so to me, it's so different compared to, I guess, the other videos that really, I guess, got people in the States interested in them, that had the more EDM type of sound.
Yeah.
I really, really, really like All In. I don't know how I missed it.
That makes me so happy. I love Monsta
And
X. I'm so proud of them.
and with the video, while it was a lot to process,
Yeah.
but it had a message, and I got the message. I really did. And I got the twist at the end. And this I feel like this is another example of like the K.Will please don't.
Yeah. What why of that of the relationship between Min Hyuk's character and Hyungwon's character? There it was not like in your face about it. It was very subtle,
Mhm. It was very
but
subtle.
that's what I love so much about this music video is the plot line, and there's 3 different stories going on
Yeah.
in this music video, but which is why it does make it kind of hard to follow. But like I love how they compose this so much. It's one of my favorite videos that has like a plot line to it.
Hmm.
Because it shows the relationship between these like friends and their like little clan together, and you kind of get the idea of like they're wherever they're living there's like a war going on. And then Shonu has his storyline of his uncle or grandfather, his and Juhan, I think they like are brothers or cousins. Their family member is dying and they can't get the medicine from Hyungwon's dad, and so they resort to stealing money, and by the time they get the money and get to their dying relative, he's dead.
It's too late.
It's too
Oh my
late.
god.
And then there's that relationship between Minhyuk and Hyungwon that's really hinted at. And like, yeah, the way that it's presented, you could probably think that they're just really close male friends, especially because
Yeah,
like
that's what I thought at first,
the
but
father is abusive, but then it gets
mhm.
to that tub scene and
Yeah, he got in
like
the tub and I was like, interesting.
I love the way it's presented though. Like for like K.Will, it was subtle too, and that's one reason I liked it.
Mhm.
It was a plot twist that was brought at the end, but throughout this music video specifically, it's literally just subtle throughout the whole thing. It's like there, but you can choose to see it or you could choose not to see it.
Yeah.
And then there's like the weird flower drug thing going on, but I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. I
This
kind of felt like that was kind of cultish. I didn't think that was transy. I thought it was a cult. They were
I know,
like
yeah,
in a
no, they had some.
circle. They were boiling things and drinking things.
I really love this music video though. Like it's one of my favorites from them, especially in like thinking of K-pop videos with plots. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite K-pop videos that has a plot overall.
Yeah, I'm actually really upset. I have never come across it. And I really like it when videos don't force feed you what's going on. Like they don't tell you like this is exactly
You
what's happening for you to really understand what's going on. So
you
while
kind
I
of have
was
to guess.
confused, while I was confused, I was able to piece together the gist of what's happening.
Yeah,
Like it's
and
something that makes you think
it
because
is.
it's
And
a
that's
lot
why
to
I like
process.
Monsta X music videos, I feel like, in general, is because they do that a lot with, like I said, they have like an overarching storyline or universe for some of their music videos.
Mhm.
They make you think. And this was like the start of it. This era is when they started doing that. And this is one of my like favorite music videos and sounds from them too.
The vocals were beautiful.
It has the Monsta X formula though, and Monsta X is so well like rounded as a group. I feel like they've done so many different sounds and they pulled it off. But the vocals for this and the rap and just I don't know, it's very well composed, and the music video really adds to profoundness of the song. I feel like.
It does. I can agree.
Okay, I
But I
could go
loved
on
it.
about Monster X. I'm glad you
Yeah.
loved it. That actually means a lot to me, though, coming from you. And the
Aw,
whole point of this
shucks.
podcast is trying to get you back into K-pop. I'm so glad you like that. But
It was very nice, but
I
okay,
could
but
go on. Yeah, I could go
no,
on about Monster
keep going.
X forever.
You have to go to the next
So
one.
we might have to split this in half.
Let's split it in half with how you have it right now,
Okay,
and we'll just
that
do a part
sounds
2.
we'll do a part two. That sounds good. So this next music video is a rookie group. Was a rookie group. They are disbanded now, and I'm really sad. They came from Network, which is where Brown Eyed Girls was from.
Mhm.
LC9, and this was their debut song, Mama Beat, and their debut music video, and it got banned.
Duh, girl. Can't believe I forgot about this video. I watched it before we started recording, and
Do
I
you
don't know why
remember
it didn't hit me when this first came out,
what the
but
heck we were watching?
yeah, I was
I
like, these people
remember
are beating the shit out of each other.
I remember I don't even know how I discovered it. I don't know how I discovered it, but I linked you and Rachel and Robbie on Twitter, and we all like consecutively watched it at that time that I linked it, and I remember everyone was just like, this guy's beating this guy up. What the heck? He just threw a trash can lid. What's going on? His eyes are turning blue.
What was the reason?
We were so confused, but it was definitely personally, along with BAP's One Shot, when I think of music videos that come from my neck, this is a music
Mhm.
video in the level of One Shot that comes from my neck in the fact that it was a rookie group, their first song, their first music video. It got banned because they were like trying to bash each other's heads in with
They were
hammers.
trying to kill each other.
There was blood, there was gore. It
It
was
was just
literally a
violence.
fight club of like these robot kids. I'm pretty sure they were like cyborgs or something at the end. But there was a lot of blood and there was a lot of like violence. And then all of a sudden the song cuts in and Gain's beautiful voice slows everything down.
It's a good song and it's a
It
good
is no,
video.
it's a really good song. I remember I'm actually very upset that they disbanded because they had a lot of potential, especially
Mhm.
debuting with something like this.
Oh my god.
When
I don't
you
even know how this went over my head the first. I don't know. I just watched it again and I was just like, it's a group. Why are they beating each other up? They're supposed to be a family.
It's definitely a music video now though that you look back at and you watch it and it's aged in a way that it makes you laugh because like
Yeah.
especially with all of the violence and how crazy it is, it's just one of those things where you're like, what did I just watch?
What is the reason? I just need to know the concept of why.
It was along with the music video. I think that's one reason. Once I got over what was happening in the music video, I ended up liking the song a lot and thinking like, wow, they have a lot of potential because they debuted with this
Mhm.
where it was just this it was in your face. Like there was nothing. It was
There's nothing subtle.
how it was presented was so black and white. Like
Mhm.
they're just beating each other up. And like their eyes glow blue, and there's obviously something going on. Like they're not human, they're having fun, they're all laughing on the
Having
floor at the
fun,
end.
beating each
But
other up.
it was crazy, and I'm really upset that they disbanded because they had a lot of potential. And like I said, to debut with a music video that gets banned,
Well, I think they accomplished.
what
I
the
think they
heck?
just had the same predicament as Girls' Day when something happened. I feel like whoever was in charge of My Name was like, guys, we have to scratch the Flower Boy concept. Oh, not LC9 with I'm looking at the list wrong. With LC9, they're just like, we gotta scratch the Flower Boy concept.
The Flower Boy
I'm
concept. We
thinking
gotta
I just
do
walked past the gym and I was like, hey, why don't we just beat each other up?
do gangs and beating each other up and blood. And so that actually leads us into
The
the
one I
next song,
literally just said.
which yeah is still 24K. Their song's still 24K. This one's actually a more like recent-ish. It came out in 2016, and I thought it was so funny because I thought this concept of like
You
gang.
totally skipped over a group.
Did I?
My Name is next.
No, I didn't. Oh wait, no. Let's okay. Well, I already said it now. What do we do?
Well, we're gonna backtrack and just say it.
Okay, fine. Both of them though were gore. Okay, so sorry, that was my bad. I got
No,
ahead of
it's because I
myself.
said my
We're
name
doing
and then it just went downhill from there, but that's okay.
yeah, this is another one that people beat each other up in. So my name, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for
I'm
getting
sorry
ahead
for
of
messing you
myself.
up. This one,
I don't know why I was
this
looking at the
video
list
was the
wrong.
one where I was like, let me check when B.A.P. One Shot came out and let me check and see when this video came out because they were very similar. Not the same. You know what I mean? Like it was the same like mafia type of feel
Yeah,
and
the gang
right,
mafia sort of
right.
feel.
And after I was like, I need to figure this out. This is gonna drive me crazy. And once it was when everybody was trying to do the same thing BAP did. But I can say the actors that were in here really blew me away because I think they were just like famous. One's an actual boxer
Yeah, there were
or
some
kickboxer.
Yeah, there were some people in the music video. I can't remember names, but there were some people in the music video, the actors that were like playing the gang guys that were actual actors, were actually famous, and it was kind of funny watching it again
Mm-hmm.
to see them.
Ugh, it was so good though. It was like it felt like a real movie. I feel like I was watching an actual movie. The ending was just really unfortunate.
Yeah, no, this was another one that had a plot twist where you knew something bad was going to happen, but you really hoped, and it was one of those plot twists where it was
You
just like
knew. You
it
knew
was
something it was
sad.
just gonna be bad.
Throughout the whole music video, it just kept building up and there was that like pressure on your chest while you were watching it of like you knew what was happening, what was coming, and you knew. And there was just that like dread throughout the music video as it picked up.
I just want to say the youngest member that tried to fight at the end, I don't know what you were doing. Like,
I know.
you were nowhere near hitting anybody. You got stabbed, and then you started calling for your mom, and that's when I just had to go to the next video because I am not dealing with that. I'm
Okay, you want to know though? This music video, I don't cry for music videos a lot. This one though made me
yeah,
cry.
yeah.
The ending, well, like you said, it was one that was like such a. It felt like it could have been a short movie. It felt like they could have made it into a drama. They built the storyline in the 7 minutes I
hmm
think that they had very, very well, and it definitely I got to the end and I was bawling and I was like, "You're crying for your mom. Why did this happen?"
The mom part is what gets, I'm pretty sure, everybody. Like,
The mom was really sad, but I actually started crying like before when the friend was like the first one, and then when he
what?
started fighting and he tried to step in and help, I was just like, "Man, this sucks. Why
Oh.
couldn't they all have a happy ending? They were friends."
Well, I'm heartless because I didn't feel anything until he started crying for his mom, and I was like, and
For the
even then I was like, nope, and I went, I just closed the tab. Could not, you're not gonna do that to me.
that was a tough music video
Mhm.
though. It was definitely one
It
that
was fucked up.
for me personally, but I definitely chose the violent
You
videos
did.
apparently, but this one was
Okay, but
sad and
like,
violent.
if you can't already
Okay.
tell, Choom likes really dark videos that really pull at your heart or that have super deep meanings. I
I
too like these videos. However, they were not the first ones that came to my mind.
I like angst
I
is what
just
it
like to
is.
have a good
Which
time.
leads into I just like ripping my heart out is what it
Choom
is.
is like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
This is so true. Um, that leads into the angst and being here for a good time, but not a long time.
I have questions for this one.
This next video is 24K's song still 24K, and like I was saying, this one's a more recent one. It came out in 2016, and I remember watching this and thinking like, man, I thought this concept was over because I
hmm
hadn't seen it in so long. And I literally was watching it and I was like, man, I really thought this concept was over. But I was kind of like shook because of the way everything played out in this
I
plot.
okay, first things first. Um, you're gonna rob a bank. You turned off the lasers, right? Why are you looking around with your guns? Like, nobody is in there, obviously. Like, you broke down the barrier, you're inside. There's no guards. You guys are fine. You don't need to have your assault rifles just out. I get it, but that part just didn't make sense to me. That's my only complaint. That's it.
Bingo, this isn't supposed to be a like cinematically correct music video.
I mean, I get it because a lot of K-pop videos don't make sense.
What I liked too about this music video was the choreography shots too, and the way the song was much
hmm
more of like a dance song, dance pop song. Uh, Along with opening and watching the music video and being like, man, I thought this concept was over. The sound itself and the choreography, I was like, man, I
It
haven't
is
seen
a
this done in a
very
really long
old
time.
concept. I will say that.
It is. But it was nice to see in 2016. This is another one though that has like a plot twist and then a second plot twist. I saw the whole like, oh, the girl doesn't seem like invested in them and something's gonna happen and she's gonna like betray them or something. But then that like second plot twist happened and I was like,
What's the second plot twist for the people that don't know?
Let me actually. I think there was a second plot twist, wasn't it? Wasn't one? Didn't one
I
of the
don't
members
know. It
betray?
was very confusing to me because while they were robbing the bank, somebody pointed the
I'm
gun
pretty.
at somebody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the members may have betrayed the group. I might be wrong
But
on
he
that.
didn't even do
One thing.
anything. It's like he pointed the gun at his head. The guy was like, "What the heck?
He was wasting time, is what it was. I don't know.
Y'all aren't gonna." Nobody saw that. It was just them.
No, I saw that and I was
I'm
like,
talking
what the
about
heck is going
the
on?
friends. Like they didn't see that. I know we saw. It was that was. I think that was the one I kind of like. My mind went blank for a minute. I have no idea what happened at the end.
Like, I
Yes.
don't know what I just watched. It was one that was confusing, but it was one of the ones that like there were enough plot twists and enough crazy things happening, and then there was enough of like, what the heck did I just watch going on that I was like, I had to put it on the
I probably
list.
will watch it again. I'm not gonna lie, because I need to figure out. I need to figure out what happened. I don't even remember.
What was happening?
I just watched this and I don't remember what happened. Are you looking through it?
Yeah, it was like skipping around because I was trying to figure out what was there a second plot twist? I thought there was, but maybe I'm wrong. But I definitely saw the gun being pointed
Like
at
the
the
girl
head
gets
thing. And
kidnapped.
then my favorite part is to be continued.
That's never gonna happen. But
um, so that was the first half of the list.
this is half, and we
Yeah.
still have another half. And while people like listening to podcasts that are at least an hour, we don't want to keep you here for 2 hours because that's what's gonna happen. And it's I think we're just gonna have to continue recording. I really want to get through the rest of this list, but we'll just separate it. So we'll end this,
You
and then
want to?
we'll start on the next one.
Yeah, I was
How?
like, oh,
But that's just me talking to you. But this is just the part one of music
okay.
videos that come for your neck. We'd love to hear what you think. If you've seen it already, if you haven't seen it,
Let us know if you go and watch it. Yeah, if you go and watch any of these and you're like, whoa, send us your reactions on Twitter and let us know what you guys think about it.
also, I know there's going to be someone out there that's going to be like, well, they didn't mention this group or that group. And I totally get that. And I respect it. However, we don't want this to be 5 parts. So we really just.
We chose the ones that were favorites to us or like were really profound to us personally, but that does not mean that you can't send us the ones that you think we forgot
That would be
or
really
may have not
fun.
included. Yeah, that'd be a ton of fun. Send them to us on Twitter and we can do like Twitter reactions of it. Bingu and I are always on Twitter lurking. So send us any of them that you think maybe we forgot because we will definitely like give you feedback and just go crazy with you.
Yeah. And remember, there's a part 2. So maybe they're not on this list, but they might be on the next one. And if they're not on that
But they
one, then
might be on the
yeah,
next
send us
episode.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's
You
so
never
many
know.
good K-pop videos out there.
There are.
Yes.
It's insane. And they keep getting better. At that, though, I think we should leave it. So send us stuff on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. I'm not going to give you a homework this week, Bingu. And I will allow us to discuss the homework from last week
Yes.
in the next episode since
Yes.
this was a 2-part one anyway. So we can go over the homework. You'll get another week to do your
I did my
homework if you
homework, I
haven't
think.
already.
I did my
Um,
homework. I'm pretty sure I did my homework.
I think you did. I think you. I think you did. I don't have a homework
That's
assignment
fine.
anyway off the top of my head, so this doesn't get too long. We'll just cut it off there.
Okay, and I'm gonna be annoying, right? This is the 3rd episode. Please rate us or tell us how we're doing. It's the 3rd one. Please.
Give us feedback. We like
Constructive
feedback. Constructive
criticism.
criticism. Be nice though. Constructive
Yes.
is the key word. Okay. Okay, thanks for listening, you guys. This is fun. Bye.
Bye.